this. So, I want to do What If I Was a Boruto remake, kind of. He's going to be the same age as Himawari. Which means he's 2 years younger than Boruto. So, if Boruto goes to the academy when he's 11, Christian would be 8. Christian would be 9. So would Himawari. Christian is a prodigy, like an absolute prodigy. One day while Naruto's sleeping and Christian's 7 years old, Boruto be 9 alert. He wakes up to Naruto while he's sleeping and goes, Then he bump fists with him, and then she appears somewhere. He goes, huh? Where the am I? Where the fuck am I? Then he looks and says, then he looks and sees tailed beasts, all 9 of them. He goes, who the fuck are you? He goes, wait, aren't you Naruto's kid? He goes, yep. As he's drinking Clear Splash, blood orange, he goes, He goes, ah. So, who are you guys? They introduce themselves, and Christian says, he looks at Kurama and says, you are now my favorite. Then jumps on top of him, saying, you are now my favorite. As he proceeds to pet Kurama on the head, going, you are my favorite. Then he looks and sees him. He says, oh, Fire Cat. Then he jumps off Kurama and goes to him on the top. He says, Fire Cat. He goes, Monkey. Tanuki. Turtle. Horsey. Slug. Fly, I think? Octopus. He goes, oh my god, can we be friends? They go, sure. He says, let's play tag. Can you guys become smaller or else it's just gonna be hacks? They turn into like, they turn into like their mid-sized forms where they're as big as him probably. Then they go. Kristen says, come and catch me! As he's running around going, na 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 na. Then Naruto wakes up and says, Christian, what are you doing in here? He says, what do you mean? I'm not here. No one's here. Then he just disappears. And he's actually on the floor, like putting a paper thing over him so it looks like he's not there. He said, Kurama says, yeah, no one's here. He goes, Kurama? Then activate Sage Mode and I will destroy, and then charges Rasengan saying, say it! He goes, he's there. He says, there's nothing there. Then he steps over there and accidentally steps on it. He goes, ow! Then punches Naruto where it hurts and goes, argh! He goes, and makes him, he goes, eat that for stepping on me! I am no fly! He goes, I think I knocked him out. He goes, can one of you be with me? Then about 6 figures appear behind Christian. He goes, who the fuck are you? Kurama growls saying, Madara. Christian goes, then Madara puts a hand on his shoulder and he goes, fuck you, no. He goes, Madara puts a hand on his shoulder. Christian goes,
What the fuck you doing?
he goes, hmm? Then they surround him to like greet him. He goes, and he puts out a hand to handshake. Christian doesn't even know what a handshake is, so he goes. Then Hagoromo goes out to shake his hand. Christian goes. He stares at him weirdly and goes,
What the fuck you doing?
Then he goes, get your hands away from me, little Nikusa. And just get back here, you little sheet. Stay away from me. I will Kagabushi your ass out of here. Get back. Get back. Get back, motherfucker. He says, realize that you have a power that no one's ever seen before. He says, I'll unlock it for you. When Hagoromo puts his hand on his forehead, Christian goes, huh? Then he gets a sword of power and he goes, holy sh! This feels amazing. When he does this, he goes. When Hagoromo puts it on his hand, Christian goes. Christian says, "Is this some kind of weak, mediocre power?" Then he disappears and just elbows, and says, "Come on, fight me! Fight me! Who are you?" It's not in here. In Dad's room. Then he goes and says, "Fight me, everybody in this room!" Naruto says, "I'm down." He says, "Wow. I didn't actually expect you, but sure." Naruto says, "Wait, I'm not fighting my child." He says, "Wait, why is your hair a tint of white in it? And why is your aura like that?" He goes, "Nothing." He says, "Madara, Hashirama, Indra, Ashura, Hagoromo, what the fuck are you guys doing here?" He goes, "No idea, I guess we all chose the same reincarnation." Then they all jump at him. He goes, then he's just dodging all the attacks with ultra instinct reflexes going, dun, dun, dun. They all say, what the? He's literally dodging all of our attacks. Madara goes for a strike, then Christian maneuvers his hands and pushes his hand to the left, then kicks Madara's face down. He says, eat that motherfucker! Then dodges his attack and then slams him down, going, ah! He says, really? Then Indra goes for a strike. Christian grabs his arm and jumps above him, going, Nikusa! This blasts Indra to the ground, defeating him. Then front flip, back flip, and kick Naruto into the ground. He goes, ugh! And he says, eat this! Kamehame! And he aims it at the tail beast, going, ah! All the tail beasts are knocked out. He says, now your turn, Hashirama. He goes, come here, boy! And he goes for Ashura and him. He maneuvers around Hashirama's punch and then kicks him down, going, eat that! And he slides under Ashura and grabs his neck and spins him around. And says, eat that! Then he beats them all. He says, I won, I won, I won, I won. Then he feels a slap. Then he feels a... Then when I wake up, they start laughing at him. They go, ha 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 ha! He says, was this all a prank? He says, no, what are you wearing? He goes, what the fuck? Then he goes, I'm getting out of here. Then he gets out of the Psyche and I'll be right back. When Christian wakes up, he sees his lipstick sitting in a chair next to a teddy bear. He sees Himari and Boruto laughing at him. He goes, "Dun, dun, dun," and activates Ultra Instinct, going, "Ah!" They go, "Holy crap!" and run away to Hinata. They say, "Mom, help! He's going out of control!" Run over and check, and then he goes, then he says, "Godly!" Then he goes for the Ultra Instinct Goku knee, disappearing and going, Naruto appears in front saying, "That's enough!" But then he gets booted, going, he goes, "Ow!" He goes, "Oh," and he just gets knocked out. He goes, "Easy money!" And then reverts back. He goes, "I did it!" That's 2-0, Dad. He says, "That's 2-0, Dad." He goes, "Wait a minute, you've beaten him?" He says, "Yeah. And I beat a fox." He says, "You fought the Ninetales?" He says, "I one-shotted him. I one-shotted all 9 of them." Then he fist bumps Naruto saying, "How low can I go?" as he disappears. He goes, "Hi guys." He says, "So what do you guys basically do here?" Madara says, "I don't know. I really don't know." Christian says, "Hold on a minute." Then when Naruto wakes up, he goes, "What happened?" He says, "You got one-shotted." He goes, "Oof!" But then Naruto's head starts to hurt. He goes, he says, "Something's wrong with this Naruto's head," as he's knocked out. Then they put cloths on his head, but his head's getting hotter and hotter. Till it's to the point where they can't touch him, and then they call Sakura over, asking her to heal him. They don't know what's going on, and Christian's out of commission too. She says, "He's fine. I think he's in his mind, though." He says, "Wait a minute. I'm pretty sure he's expanding Naruto's mind. Because he's in his head, I'm pretty..." Then she pulls Naruto out of her mind, out of his mind. And he says, "Naruto!" He says, "What's going on?" He says, "Oh, Christian's expanding my mind. Because Hashirama, Madara, Indra and Ashura want a bigger, and Haguruma also want a bigger space. So Christian's expanding it." He goes, "Wait a minute, Madara?" He says, "He's fine now. He doesn't do anything. Plus we got Hashirama, the Sage of Six Paths, Indra, Ashura, the Tail Beasts. We're pretty sure got them." He says, "He's fine." Christian also bosses them around because he can just snap them out of his mindscape. Christian says, but then all they hear from Naruto is he just, "Shut up! I'm doing it!" Madara says, "Faster! It's getting annoying!" He says, then Hinata activates her Byakugan saying, "Did that Madara just yell at my child?" He goes, "Yep." She says, "Naruto, take me there." Then they do, and then then they see 2 glaring white eyes behind Madara. Christian goes, "Ah, schnizzles, you messed up." He goes, then Madara turns, he goes, he says, "Did you just yell at my child?" "You do not yell! 8-Ragram 64 belt!" And defeats him. He goes, Bleh. Christian says, "Well, mind expansion jutsu." There we go. He says, "Desert area." He places the battlefield over there. A luscious garden for the tail beasts. And for the stage 6 pass. And tons of scrolls in the mind left by Madara. Christian sees Hashirama sleeping. He sneaks up behind him going, "Mine. My scroll." Hashirama had the scroll ceiling on his back. He goes, my scroll. Then he sneaks off and then starts to use it, looking at jutsus. Going, Hashirama says, what are you doing? He says, nothing. As he puts a chip in his mouth, going. He says, then he feels his back and says, where's my scroll? He says, over here. I'm using it. I'm learning jutsu after jutsu. He goes, Christian says, everybody line up. They all line up. Christian says, let's pin the blue whale on the wall. Naruto says, excuse me, what? He goes, pin the blue whale on the wall. He says, did I stutter, or do you want to play pin the megalodon on the wall? Do you want to play pin the giant mosasaurus from Jurassic World on the wall? He says, I think I want to go with the hardest one, so the mosasaurus from Jurassic World. Christian goes, ah! Then the giant mosasaur comes and Christian says, that thing is huge! Then he throws a ginormous kunai which stabs it into the wall, going, he goes, ha ha! Now to dispose of the body. He says, he says, Madara? He goes, got it. And Naruto already gets a water style ready and shoots it, so then the body doesn't smell. Christian says, Christian put the bar soap in his mouth, going, soap style. Clean the dead body jutsu. And shoots bubbles out, going, he goes, done. He goes, water style raging wave. Then Hinata, Boruto, and Himari come in. Christian says, screw vacations. This is already hit vacation. Christian creates a giant swimming pool and then they all go in it. He says, this is luxury. As he's enjoying their time, Mayor Christian says, "Oh, waiter, Chi-Chi." He goes, "Ah, this is the best. I always want to be in here, but I know if we stay in here too long, our eyes are gonna hurt when we ever come out." Christian says, "Well, I'm gonna go steal the scroll ceiling from Hashirama again." Goes and takes it and learns more jutsu. So I'm mastering every jutsu in there and says, yes! And that's Madara for techniques, and Madara teaches him how to use the fire style majestic destroyer flame. And Christian goes, Hashirama says, what's up? He says, I don't have a dojutsu and I can't have the Sharingan. It doesn't make sense. He goes, ah. He says, then why don't you just say so? He wants to put the Byakugan in. But then when he tries to, it turns into the Tenseigan. He can't go into Tenseigan chakra mode yet. Christian says, I love this. I just love this. Then he trains with Hashirama to learn a new technique called Wood Style Deep Forest Emergence. He learns how to walk on water, walk on trees, and all in his mind. So then it comes down to real skill. Because like if Naruto can get power from his mind, Christian can also learn techniques from his mind. On to Boruto's inauguration. Boruto's then going into the academy. Christian says, "Can I join the academy? Be in the same grade as Boruto since I'm freaking way stronger than him?" He goes, "I don't care. You're already on Jonin level, so sure." Christian says, "Oh, a Madara, I'm gonna need that." He goes, "Fine, you can take the damn thing. Just return it." He goes, "That's gonna be a problem. Can I just have it?" He goes, "Look, you could take the fan. I'm not really gonna use it. And there's also a scythe with it." Christian puts it on his back saying, "Aha!" He gets ready and heads off. Him and Boruto leave. When he arrives there, Sarada says, "Shouldn't you not be here?" He goes, "Look, I'm strong enough already. I'm stronger than all of you combined." He says, "Yeah, right." He says, "I beat my dad, the Sage of Six Paths, Madara Uchiha, Hashirama Senju, Indra Otsutsuki, and Ashura Otsutsuki, with just one attack each." She says, "Yeah, and your dreams." He goes, "If you're just gonna be toxic, then whatever." Then Christian gives Boruto the signal when Boruto's falling off the cliff. And Boruto lets go and pulls Denki out and jumps out. Christian says, "Super Mini Tail Beast Bomb!" and explodes it instantly and returning back going, "Pshoom!" He goes, "Ah!" Sarada says, "How did you do that?" He says, "Told you, power." Shino says, "This kid should be a Jonin. I don't even care." Christian's already put to Genin because of how strong he is. But he doesn't want to be Genin. He doesn't want to be in a squad till Boruto gets past the academy. Christian goes on the Sarada Uchiha arc though. He goes, choo, choo, choo. Then when they encounter Sheen, he goes, "Ah!" Christian jumps in front with his giant fan, and goes, "Ah!" Says, "Hi, Sarada." She goes, "Wait a minute, you're Boruto's little brother. Why are you here?" He says, "I'm a Genin. I do anything I want." Then he pushes him back and says, "You guys might want to get back. This is gonna get hot." She says, "In the weird way or the actual metaphor? In the real way?" He says, "Real way." He goes, "Fire style, majestic, destroy a flame!" Absolutely annihilating that Sheen. He says, "He's erased from existence. Bye." Then flying Raijin's out of there. Let's just go straight to the arc where, let's just go to the tuning exams. I don't care. Christian is on team Konohamaru. Well, actually, he's on a team by himself. He doesn't care. Christian has never used even 20% of his power. He's always using 1% and then always winning easily. Let's get into this. So, I'm having some serious deja vu. So let's get into the fight. The flag battle will go normal. And so the first thing. Let's go into the final battles. Christian says, "No shin latte." It's Christian versus that dude. versus that weird dude who can make gum. When he shoots a bubble at him, Christian says out loud, "Hey yo, Ado, let's get him with our tentacle attack." Tentacles shoot out of him, and then they pop the bubble. Everyone says, "Eight Tails tentacles." The Raikage is shocked. He says, "Shikaku, let's get this over with. Let's go. Magna style Rasengan." One-shots him. Daru says, "Naughty Lord 7th, why does your son have 8 tails?" He says, "He has a portion of the 8 tails chakra, and every other tail beast chakra." He's basically he's so strong. Then his next fight is with Shikadai. Christian says, "Hello." He says, one move. He pulls out his giant fan. He's a Uchiha fan. Sasuke recognizes and says, "Wait a minute." He says, "Naruto, why does he have that?" He says, "Madara, duh." He's nice now. He doesn't attack anyone. Plus, if he did, he'd get one-shotted by Christian. When it starts, Christian says, Shikadai shoots a shadow possession. Christian shoots an Uchiha, a giant hurricane made out of fire, going, which one-shot Shikadai. He goes, "Let's just go into the semifinals." Well, actually, the final match was Christian, Shinki, Boruto, and Sarada. He says, the two Hokage's brat. The Hokage's two brats. Boruto says, "What did you say?" Christian says, "Leave him alone. He's just a jealous. He's just a jealous fool. I really feel like John Lennon." He says, "The Hokage should have never had you two. You guys shouldn't even be alive." Gaara's kind of mad that Shinki is saying this. Naruto says, Boruto was getting triggered, but Christian is too calm. He goes, "You guys are mistakes in this world. Just brats." Then Shinki goes for a giant strike on Christian. Boruto tries to do it, but Christian kicks him out of the way. And then catches it, pretending like he got hit, going, He actually goes, but then he goes, but then red chakra leaks from him, going. Then he activates QB eyes, going, taking him to a wood where everyone's giving him a death look except for Naruto. He's not there. They go. He goes. Then he gets out of the void and goes, and then falls down. He goes, "What are you?" He says, "Let's go." Then he yells out loud, "Let's do it, Madara." He goes, "Right." Then he activates the Rinnegan somehow. I mean, this 3 Tomoe Sharingan. Everyone says, "Madara." Now Madara's in control. He goes, "Eat this, brat." Then punches it, and then just starts going. It's easily destroying Shinki, because Madara really knows how to use his fan in sight. So he's really destroying him. He says, "Alright, you're doing good. Madara, switch back." He goes, "Right." They go, "Gang, gang." He says, "What the hell was that?" He says, "It's called Madara Uchiha." Christian says, he says, "I'll show you a jutsu you've never seen before, and it's all about the village hidden in the leaves." He goes, "Wood style deep forest emergence." Wood comes at him and binds him. He goes, "Ugh!" Christian, then Boruto rushes out and going, "Ah!" Christian places his hand out saying, "Futon Nekusa!" blasting Boruto back. He goes, "Ugh!" And Shinki has been defeated. They both jump at him going, "Ah!" Christian says, Yo, Ado." Then the 8 Tails tentacles wrap around them. They go, "Ugh!" He says, "You mind trying to attack me?" Then Boruto and Sarada rush him. He goes, "Well, show you a jutsu you've also never seen before. Heaven's concealed! And then a meteor falls down on them. But then, when Momoshiki Otsutsuki comes and... No, he doesn't yet. It falls down. He says, they say, oh, we're all gonna die. Sasuke says, Chidori. And goes to split it. But then he goes right through it, going... He says, what the... Christian smirks it, and then it crashes down on them, but it doesn't even hit them. It only hits Boruto and Sarada. They go, ta-da! He says, what the hell happened? They see both of them on the floor. Then he's declared the winner. And he's getting yelled at, saying, that was stupid, you cheated! Then he starts to get sad. Because remember, he's only 9 years old. And he's getting yelled at by all kinds of adults for being good. And he turns around in sadness. But then Kurama and all the tailbeasts are pissed. Then they all come out going, Rah! You think you could just judge him just because he won? You all are just jealous brats. This is why I hated humans for so long. Oh, you guys make me sick. Yelling at a 9-year-old kid. All because he's good and won a match. He didn't even hit you guys in the meteor. The meteor was never gonna hit you. How dumb are you? Then Hagoromo appears, and so does Indra, and Ashura, and Hashirama, Senju, and Madara. He says, I'll say, I'm disappointed in you all, except for Madara and Indra, because they can't say crap. They say, we're disappointed in you, and you all. Then Christian walks away, sadly, running away, going, I didn't do anything wrong, and of course I got yelled at. He says, Christian. Naruto yells, Christian, wait. But he runs out. Kurama follows him in a mid-form, going, drum, 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 drum. And then he goes to hide. Naruto is pissed at the villagers for being such brats. I mean, for being such bad people. That's